a couple things about this Raw Rides footage. Footage? Footage. This is the first Raw Rides. One, the views will be better, and two, who does one with their thumb? I've made one huge major change from this video that will affect two different things. So first thing, well I guess the thing is the helmet cam. So I was using a chesty for the GoPro just to test that out. I don't like the view as much at all, so with the head cam that now I've kind of put the adhesive on there and it's all ready to go, that will be really great for the views, I hope. We'll try it, but the second thing that will solve is that you won't hear me just breathing like heavy like all the time. I'm hoping that the mic, obviously, because it'll be way up here, it's not picking up like all my breathing and stuff from here, but when I am talking really loud, I hope that it still picks that up. So that's one major change for the Raw Rides, and there'll be some other little tweaks here and there probably too, just so you know that I am working on stuff and it's not going to be this way the whole time. Again, views will get better, sound will get better, and I hope it's much more enjoyable in the future. Regardless, I'm putting this one up, so hopefully you find something in it you like. It's a beautiful winter day. It's a little windier than I'd like, but the wind's not that cold. That's what makes the temperature so nice in winter here. The Chinooks, that warm wind. However, they don't call it the Windy City of Canada for nothing. It's usually too windy for me to ride, I'm finding, in winter, despite being warm enough. The problem I'm facing here is not wanting to brave the winds. 20-kilometer winds, that's kind of my limit, or around that. It's always a gamble. It'll get worse while you're out usually. I find that the wind's in my face on the way to the trail, and it's in my face on the way back too, the majority of time. Yeah, I had a streak of really nice weather in October. It was beautiful out, and I just kept going into the wind, and it kept getting worse, and it just is exhausting. Not necessarily on a physical level only, but it's just not enjoyable, and that's why I ride my bike, is to enjoy myself. I mean, the challenge is still enjoyable most of the time. But yeah, wind, it's not fun. But it's not as bad. It was at 22 kilometers when I left, and like I said, I just never know where it's gonna hit. So this is my favorite system of trails. I mean, most of the trails I've ridden are all from this area. This one I'm about to go down is called K2. It's by the college. This is behind the Lethbridge College. Usually stop here to, well, one, readjust myself, which thankfully you can't see, but also change the height of my seat, because I find I do a little better with handling and control. Especially, I'm not very good riding my bike uphill. Like, if I have to climb back up to the city, there's like a cement path that I use. So it's just slow and steady, and it's usually okay. I mean, it sucks, but when I have to climb anything on the dirt on a trail, man, I suck. So that's a skill I'm trying to acquire. Haven't ridden for 2 weeks. Haven't ridden this thing in winter ever. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, 6 Mile is the trail I'm gonna ride. And then there's like other little ones like this one. K2 connects to all these systems, all these different trails down there. And then I don't remember the name of the trail that like is like basically an outro, if this isn't gonna be an intro, and 6 Mile is the main course kind of. I don't remember the name of it, but yeah, let's see what happens. Whew. Hate having to get off my bike, especially when it's just that much, but it's been a while. Ooh. Oh. So out of shape. Whew. Oh, there's some deer. Holy. I didn't even see them for a minute. Oh. Well. Wow. Oh, man, whoop. Have a shoot. Have my phone in this purple sock. Oh, there's another one down there. Because if it gets too cold, it'll drain the battery. So I figured I had this leftover sock and throw it in there. Put it on the back of my bike. Might help a bit, might not. But yeah. I mean, I said I hate stopping to climb stuff just because, I don't know. I think part of it is the fact that, well, yeah, I am not where I want to be physically to the point where I can push myself through some of these little uphills and stuff. And man, I haven't ridden my bike for 2 weeks, and that, whew, that takes more of a toll than I thought it would. I haven't really done much physical activity in the past 2 weeks. At least none that would contribute to these skills exactly. So the nice thing is about stopping every once in a while out of need is seeing beautiful sights. Like, if I could have made it up this little hill, I wouldn't have seen those deer at all. I just would have kept trucking, enjoying my ride. So it's a nice treat. I feel like I got rewarded for sucking. Alright, let's keep trucking. Oh, just a beautiful day though. armband on my iPod. Oh. Oh man, I'm already tired. How am I gonna make it up back to the city? Jeez. Oh man. All right. Like I was trying to say, the armband I use to hold my iPod in place got loose. And it's like inside, it's like over my long sleeve shirt and inside my hoodie, and it's just a mess. Winter riding is not fun, not as fun as summer riding. Not because the cold only, I don't feel cold right now, but it's because, I've got to wear all these layers and the armband comes loose again. See? It's just like dangling there, loose in my hoodie. There's less flexibility in wearing pants, for one thing. Having to layer myself, not knowing for sure if it's too much or not enough. It's just, it's annoying. And here we go again. I think one of the reasons it's coming loose is because it's not on my skin, right? It's like it's on my shirt, and it's just, oh goodness. Goodness golly gee willikers. What a, whew. Getting slightly concerned because I haven't felt this tired in a long time. And usually it comes when I'm like climbing back up to the city. I'm like in the middle of this trail. I don't have to climb up for a while. And I am just ready to take 5. Oh, some idiot with their dog off leash. I hate this. I've had some incidences before with people and their dogs being off leash, and this is not an off leash park. Like, just because, whatever. They're probably gonna catch up to me. I've got some parts here that I'm gonna have to walk my bike up. Whew. Well, this is a section that even in summer I hadn't conquered yet. Was being able to ride up onto this rock face and then just ride over. I always get really nervous, and I don't get enough speed. Get really nervous because, as you can hopefully see, this little creek beneath this little cliff, like, I wouldn't die or anything if I fell off, but it would be unpleasant. There's that fool over there. At least they're further away than I thought they'd be. Maybe they won't catch up to me. Anyway. I love this city. Oh, the band slipped off again on the iPod. It's dangling around my wrist now, but I'm gonna see how long I can tough it out before I can put it back on. There's one more section here I'm gonna definitely have to climb, so I think I'll do it then. Unless it falls out of my sleeve. You know, for as much as I love riding, I feel like this first video does not capture my love that much, but I do love it out here. It is amazing. All right, let's see how far I can get here. Oh, slipping. Whew. All right, let's just put her there. Put her there, friend. Whew. try to give you a little bit of a scenic shot while I figure this out. Oh goodness. Like, come on. I am out of it. Oh man. I'm just lucky it's not cold. I think it was -8, it said. Save that for the climb. I see way more joggers and hikers out here on trails than bikers, and I will stand by the fact that these are biking trails, even though I'm sure that's not how they began. Whew, almost biffed her there. Oh. Gotta keep that little dude in mind. The Garmin that I got for Christmas from my my boys in 6 buckets. My old band Destrier in Saskatoon. I shouldn't say my old band, the band I was in, but they compiled their funds and got me this Garmin, and it's gonna be a sweet thing for me. So this section, was the first like problem section of a trail that I conquered. The first time I went down, we'll wait. Anyway, I should probably walk my bike across this bridge. It's a little icy. Anyway, that section there claimed me once real bad. First time I went down that section, I got stuck in the right track, kind of diverged there with a right and a left, and I went down the right, and it's got a lot of big rocks, and you kind of get stuck in this little gutter. And I was, trying to go slow, but not really prepared. And then it
Hi there.
Hi.
Thank you.
Anyway, I was not really prepared for it, and there's this part of it that dips down a little, and in that bump I realized I was in trouble. Really rocky, going too fast. I don't remember hitting the brakes, but maybe I hit my front brake, or maybe something else happened, and I just flew over my handlebars like, I don't even know, 2-3 meters away from my bike. It was not fun. Didn't quite get the wind knocked out of me, but close. And that was my first legit crash. I went back next time thinking I was ready for it. I started out carefully on that left side, and then I got to that middle part, and it spit. Woo! Speaking about spitting, my back end slid out there. It spit me into the right section after that little bump, and then I had to bail before it threw me off. So yeah, that happened. And then the third time I did it, and I've never fallen off there since. Had some other crashes, incidents, bails, etc., but nothing as big as that first one. Maybe one that was like a tie, but maybe a story for another day. Maybe I'll shut my face. So that's pretty much the trail section that I'm going to do today. There usually is an option over there to kind of extend the ride and go way further, but last I checked, the bridge was out. My battery's running low here too. I'm aware of that. So also, I'm super out of shape, so I'm going to try climbing back home.